You've got it all planned out. Tonight is gonna be perfect. Until she gets a whiff of your bad breath. Yuck! Now, fix bad breath fast with Galvanic Blast. Our breath mints use only the rarest scent crystals, unearthed from certified Mirrodin mines. Don't trust those other mints, they'll leave you hydro-blasted. For flavor that will last, choose Galvanic Blast. Dealing damage to bad breath longer than any mint legal on the Tin Street market. For long-lasting flavor that is unsurpassed, choose Galvanic Blast Breath Mints. Feel the blast!
Available at Moros's Market. Woo! I barely made it. Man, I was just going by the skin of my teeth all the way up until about a minute before the show. Thanks for joining me. I'm playing one of my very favorite lists, and thank you, Nim Chimpskey, for that last-minute advice online. I just saw that, and I was like, oh, yeah, you're right, in the case that they can bring it back. What's he talking about? Well, let's talk about my sideboard. We made one last quick switcheroo. All right, so Black Sack's been one of those decks that I just love playing. This eats fairies alive. It eats a lot of like creature-based stuff alive. I will not lie to you. It had a horrible game against Affinity. I get them to like 4 or 5 life, and then you know how it is. Blood Fountain trips, 4/4s come back, then they start riddling you down with munitions. So before I even get into the deck, I'm going to tell you our plan. We do have a Macabre package. I didn't have this for quite a while. You guys all know it's one of my favorites, but I went back to it just because permanently gets rid of it. Can't be countered because we're running into Metallic Rebutes a lot. So I'm actually running 2 Debt to the Kami, not really for hexproof because we have 3 Fleshbags main, but actually for the makeshift munitions late game. This was Baraka's Libation, but obviously the Exile is a little bit stronger, as noted by Nim Chimpskey, so thank you for that. Cooper the Red and Shahrazamon, thanks for joining me, guys. So enough of this. So we got 17 lands, only 4 of them aren't basics. Really thought about playing more of a swamp-heavy package and then having more of an 8-rat mentality. What do I mean by that? Well, we're bringing stuff back with Unearth, and a lot of times what you want to do is, keep that engine rolling, and so Witch's Cottage seems like a auto-include, but I just never liked seeing it. But that aside, I actually went with an old favorite, 2 Pit Keepers. These are awesome for getting back our heavy hitters, which are really only Crypt Rats, Fleshbag, and Bone Picker. They're the only creatures we kind of care about. And I, fought the not the Deadly Dispute. I'm so nervous because I barely made the show. I was watching a really good movie on Hulu called Escape from Batora, and with Daniel Radcliffe. I love Prison Break movies, so I'm all like nervous and just pent up energy anyway. And welcome Orange, hey, and Murphy Black, thanks for Cardbreaker, thanks for hanging out, guys. So anyway, yeah, Pit Keeper's obviously good, and then like late game you can unearth it to go get something else back. It can make its own little engine. I messed around with Blood Fountain for a while and stuff, but anyway, enough about that. Back to the list. 3 Scorpions, this one as low as 1 in some of my builds. 4 Ghasts, this is like the best first turn play when this plays like Delver. When you have one of these and a Village Rites and 1 land, you can keep it because this makes the token. We got 4 Unearth, just bring everything back, and I'm not shy with it. Sometimes I'll even bring back Footlight Fiends, which we're playing 4 of. 4 Bone Pickers. This is kind of our finisher of the deck outside of Crypt Rats. 4 Perilous Myr, which trades with Guardian of the Guild pack easily. 3 Brechner's Bargain. No lie, this morning this was 4. I was finding that I had too much draw and not enough critters, so I got rid of a staff main and a bargain for 2 more Scorpions because I only had 1 of these for a while, and a lot of my 1-drops were tricks and not creatures, and I needed that to change. 2 Pit Keepers to keep the engine rolling. 4 Deadly Disputes. I don't need to explain this card. 4 Crypt Rats. Yes, I always want to see this card so much so that I want to see it again. Oh, and then again. And Fleshbag. This has kind of been the sleeper MVP of this list. Not even against hexproof, which is awesome, obviously, but so many times, you trip it and it's such a cool little finisher with all the extra stuff we've got, and then it hits for 3 and kind of demands respect. In the sideboard, 4 Deadweight, 1 Lifestaff, 4 Macabre, 4 Snuff Out, and 2 Debt to the Kami. Like I said, not so much for hexproof, but for affinity of all things. So anyway, La Conquista Propaganda. Today is the day. In about 3 hours from right now, head on over. Oh gosh, I wish I had that link. Hopefully one of my Nim Chimpskey or Shiraz does for the tournament later today. I think there's like 13 or so people in it now. Might be closer to 20 by the end of the show, hopefully. And free tournament, all new metagame and stuff. So go check that out. Hopefully we can supply the link there. And I know I'm not quite ready for this, so we'll get the little bouncy screen. Boink! That's easily remedied. Sorry for my... and my wife's headed out to Burning Man, so I've got the place to myself for like 3 weeks, so I'm going to be going crazy. If you see a lot more gray hair in the next few days because I'm missing her and Captain Vlad Tepes. Holy crap, 19 months. Cheers to you, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know with the upload and such. I feel like I'm already too like up against the wall right now, so I don't believe I'll make it, but I'm definitely going to be sniping and just peeking in on games because I know they'll be visible, so it'll be fun, and I'll treat it like TV. Maybe I'll throw it to the TV and check it out, but I'm thinking of trying out a league or two today. I always say that, and then the competitive spirit in me just goes and vanishes, so hopefully it will be there today. All right, let's see what we can do. We'll close this down. Screen real estate time. Wow, we're flooded. Late game. I don't really like this hand. I'm going to mulligan it. I like to come out with something in the first go at it. Yeah, we'll keep this. Bloop. Throw back a swamp. We got plenty of swamps. We are done with this. Now, the hand like this, you see like a fairy drop. Who knows? That's a cool little avatar. I haven't seen that in for ages. Ooh, why is my stack way down there? My son must have been playing on my account. We shall see. So yeah, La Conquista. Today is the day. That's how quickly the time flies, right? Boop. Here we go. Let's get this stack up here. It's ugly when it's down below. Alrighty. Oh my goodness. Exciting times. Yeah, I have to admit, I was like, Pit Keeper. I tried it out, and I liked seeing it every time. I was like, this is pretty cool. So these Footlight Fiends and a lot of other creatures, they kind of trade 1 for 1 for a lot of the stuff. Oh yeah, these swamps are my darlings. I love them. I do believe I'm just going to trade with this. See if they got any tricks. I don't want this turning into a you-know-what. If he wants to use Pump, it's going to be on as a defensive measure. I'm amazed how many people let these, or sometimes just don't see these trades. I'm sure they have an answer here. But I want to be able to block stuff, so. Hey, we got rid of a vines. All right. There's an attack. Yeah, I love these swamps. I have them in real life, and like I said, they're a lot more haunting. The birch tree is a lot brighter and such. So this is probably Stompy. I haven't seen this in ages. Don't expect to. Should be all right, given our creature package. Now with Pit Keeper and Unearth and such, we kind of like stuff dying, but we do have to keep refueling the engine in the form of Village Rites. This is curious. I'm tempted to just drop the Myr. I could do the Scorpion too. Scorpion's definitely the Village Rites draw, but let's put a little bit of fear in them. Go like this. The reason I love Scorpion, but the reason I cut down on those when I need room is, at least in my style of this build, I like to be able to interact with the opponent, and just taking life isn't as flexible as being able to do 1 damage or -1 counter and treasures and such with the other ones. So, I love that Scorpion, and it's got, when you're dealing with, burn and such, it's definitely the favorite, but so much more of the metagame. Those other two are just way more relevant. So, yeah, I used to like that swamp with the flower. Actually, I think that's from, I believe that's from Onslaught, the original Murphy Black. So I remember when that came out, there wasn't many swamp choices back in the day around the Odyssey block, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll get a bunch of these then and do that. So, all right, well, we're going to be taking 4 here, but looks like we can at least get rid of something. Gosh, I wish this had like some sort of like first strike and we could kill it first, right? That would be pretty funny. Yeah, I've got a pretty dumb knowledge for some stuff like that. Silly man, I tell you, silly man. Our pit keeper is almost active. I was real hesitant about including that, but every time I saw it and played it, I was like, this is feeling pretty good here. We're not going to be feeling pretty good if this keeps up. Opponent's got one card left. We'll be able to draw some more cards here. Maybe we'll have to trade a Bone Picker for that Nettle Sentinel, given that they're hellbent and coming at us for quite a bit of damage this turn. Our defensive plays have whittled away their hand quite respectably. Hey, this works. The goods just keep coming. Should I wait till they draw vines? I don't think so. Let's do it now. The block won't help too much there. Does he have the... Okay, good. I was like, we can make it his turn, and then we're really dead if he draws into vines there. So, all right. It took 6. Definitely feel like we've rebuilt the board here. One more critter in the yard, and Pit Keeper is active. Now, Cooper the Red's got a really cool version of Black Sack, and gets a little more aggro, builds a little taller. And that's definitely valid. Looks like we're going to be able to do it again if we draw another swamp here. Nope. Okay. Where's my Crypt Rats? See how I always want it. And I thought about a few cards, like he has an inclusion of like Whisper Agents, which I just didn't find I had room for. I was trying for like, Hail Mary, like just death knell shots with my creatures and such. And but I almost chose the Recurring Specimen, I think it's called, or Persistent Specimen. That's one. Thank you for that, Nim Chimpskey. Man, you're Johnny on the spot. Yeah, it does. And all of them are deluxe. All right, we'll put this out, and we'll at least mop up a Rancor. That's the theory. Opponent's really drawing hot off these top decks. I just hope... I got to kind of risk the, Vines play here, because I really want to get that Rancor out of his hand. Or her. Who knows? I'm so nervous. My wife gets on the playa at Burning Man tomorrow. She's with the community and just been planning for like over a year. So the house is clean now. I was like, oh, finally. Okay, we will dispute this. And what's he targeting? Got too much stuff here. What's going on here? Okay, that is targeting that. Okay, so we'll shoot that. Bloop. Try to get 2 for 1 here. More than that with Deadly Dispute. Unless we get a Vines here, then we're going to be singing a different tune. But we shall see. Yep, we're singing a different tune. We're going to be in Deathsville here real quick. Boy, had both Vines in the first, 11 cards. That's pretty impressive. Alrighty. We'll be able to gain some life back. We'll sacrifice that Pit Keeper to the bargain. But good God, we're taking 10. That's another reason I kind of got away from Lifestaff, even though it's amazing in this build. I usually don't like Lifestaff all that much, but in this style where I want stuff to die or I'm killing it myself, I really like it. Just one, though. And... yeah, with the Reknor's Bargain life ability there, it was definitely something that could go. I'm really surprised we're losing. Let's see if we can come back from the dead, eh? Alrighty, we've got the prerequisite in our yard. We'll do this. Getting back a Perilous Myr. Sure. I think that's the way to rock. Bloop. We can hide behind that. That way I can shoot the Myr. Yes. Bring out the Myr. We'll gain 2 life here. I do believe I've got to just risk it here. Yeah. Just see what they do here. This is another one of those builds, just incredibly fun. If you're feeling down in the dumps creatively, this is the deck for you. All right, enough of these creatures. Okay. It's going to hurt a little bit, but we'll block here. And here for the illusion. And then I'll Reckoner's Bargain. Gain 2 life. Will it be enough? We'll be at 2. This is frustrating. Hopefully we draw something very good. We'll sacrifice this. We'll go like this. Prevent technically all the damage. Get up to 6 here thanks to the bargain. But then that Rancor's coming back. How fun would a Unearth be here for that Pit Keeper? Our yard is nice and fat. Ah, God, that dang Rancor just keeps coming. All right. Well, we can respond with that and the Scorpion, so it's making for a very interesting game, that's for sure. We'll bring out a Scorpion. Yeah, Crypt Rats would be... I've so tried... Believe me, I love Unexpected Fangs on Crypt Rats. Just 1 for 1 for 1 all the time. Look at this. We can draw 4 cards, kill 2 things, have a 4-point life swing, and then such. So, good times. Gosh, I think we'll just hold here. What's he drawn? 20 to 6. We got a long way to go. It's one of my favorite things too, Coop. Just such a kind of a dead card outside of... I don't really... The life gain's not going to mean that much here, so I'm going to shoot this, and we'll at least kill one of these Rancors. Lordy. Problem is, you can just throw it on the spawn, but then we have an even trade in our opponent's Hellbent, so that would feel pretty cool. Opponent's like, how many of these things does this guy have? Enough, I tell you. All right, so we'll be able to gain 3 of our life back with the bargain and the rats there. But yeah, it's not really too much of a combo deck. The rats are there for exactly what they look like, a finisher and to clear the board and to make our stuff relevant again. So, good times. We will trade gladly here. Yep. Here we go. Lock in here. Don't take nothing. Gain 2 life. They lose 2. Boop. Gotta watch our time. This might be a long match. I made this deck initially about, what, a year or 2 ago, just out of my frustration of how stultified people were playing mono black control. I'm like, there's a lot of cards out there, people. And then as Reckoner's Bargain and Deadly Dispute started coming up, you know, I had 8 rat a few years back, won some tournaments with it. When I say 8 rat, it just means decks that have, you know, 4 Unearth, 4 Crypt Rats. They're just all in on that plan. And it's my favorite creature probably in Pauper. And I'm like, why don't I want to see all of them? Okay. We could keep the rat for a little secrecy. I say we just drop the Myr here. Drop the Myr. You gotta drop the Myr. We'll do this and reload. Well, our opponent's got nothing. It's fun having all of your draw and all of your creatures and removal be creature based. It's like I'll attack with it. If you don't do anything, then I can shoot stuff. As we are up over 10 cards on our opponent, it feels pretty cool. You know, I could probably just drop rats here and get a concession. Let's try that. We're at 10, albeit. We can always Reckoner's Bargain it away. I was just looking for the psychological submission there. It's surprisingly resilient, but like I said, I just the reason I haven't taken it to a league recently is, well, I did, and I kept running into Affinity. I'm like, what is going on here? Drive me nuts. And so with the recursion power here, a lot of times people kind of tempt fate here. They might try to throw the Rancor on there, be like, what are you going to do? And it's like, I'll trip it. So I technically have like 12 or 14 rats in this when you add in Pit Keeper and Unearth and start doing those tricks. Yeah, you know what? That was a mistake. I should have brought back Pit Keeper. So I am a bit new to using that card right now. So I just kind of feel unstoppable at this stage of where we're at. All right, we all know where this is going. I'll village this. Keep our mana available here. Put this on here. Draw 2 more cards. All right. Now it's fun time. Boink. Boink. Unstoppable. Raw. Pitkeeper man. He's the one with the plan. Yeah, we still got 2 available. Let's go. You got to fight for your rights. Nice. I like it. Woo. Good times. Now, what's happening to our opponent is exactly what the matchup feels like against Affinity. I get in there and I'm like, you're dead. And then I'm like, oh, wait, they're coming back a little bit. And then I'm like, oh, no. And then everything comes back. Hi-yo. You know, maybe I'm attacking Affinity wrong. Maybe I should just have unexpected things in the sideboard, just wall up for a ton of damage, just get out of range. But then what? You know, it's pretty easy to whittle somebody down from 60 life when you're attacking for like 12 a turn. Keeper gets. Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of value. I'm telling you, Pitkeeper's a card a lot of people forgot about. There's still Cadaver Imp, which is a 1/1 flyer, kind of does the same thing. But I've always liked this guy. If you look back at some of my oldest Propaganda videos, I had a deck called Scorekeeper, which was a Orzhov list that just kept returning those. And brutal. It's brutal. Leans on the yard quite a bit, obviously, but pretty much have this one. He drops a 1, we can kill it. Drops a 2, we can kill it. And then if he does anything else, we can kill everybody. Good times. Yep. 4 more life to go. Yeah, but costs 1 more. I always like Pitkeeper myself. This is a pretty advantageous position here. It's easy to get there when you draw 11 more cards than your opponent. Yeah, but like I said, that makeshift munitions, even like late game, imagine now, that's Affinity. You know, it's like boom, 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 boom. And it's like, sure, I trip the rats. Maybe I get them to like 6 life and do 2 more with the Myr. And then I got a naked board, you know. We all know what's coming here. We're just looking for a way to waste that Perilous Myr. And Pitkeeper falls in line with this list of creatures I don't care about. Because if it dies, great. You saw what I did there. Unearth it. Go, you know, make it fish food. Against Hexproof, a lot of times when you drop Fleshbag, you want to sacrifice it so that you unearth it the next time they get lucky and top deck, you know, a little Hexproof critter and such. Alrighty, well, let's just see if we can gain some life here and stop these shenanigans from happening right now. We still have plenty of options. If he's got like a vines or something after this, we'll just smash everything. And we gain 2 life. Hey, it's Unearth. Maybe I do want to kill everything. Bring back everything, right? Woo! Alrighty. Do not expect to see Stompy. Not tougher than some decks can be, but that was a nice little comeback for the first game. Let's see what we're going to bring in. Deadweight's pretty awesome here. We got 11. It's 4 rights, 4 disputes, 3 bargains. This morning it was 4, but like I said, I was skimping a little too much on critters. So now they saw some artifacts, but I don't think they're going to bring in too much on the way of that. There's just so much creature combat and trades going on here. I will bring in one of those. Scorpion, I'm going to lose. I'm considering losing 2 more Scorpions for 2 dead weights. Those are awfully good against Stompy. I don't really like Snuff Out in this matchup. I guess I'm a coward. Crypt Rats awesome. Keeper awesome. Everything in this is awesome. Well, would you rather draw Scorpion or Deadweight? Yeah, against Stompy, I'm gonna lean on Deadweight. I don't want to get too cutesy. We still have 25 creatures. Let's make it 29 with Unearth, right? Bloop. All right. Pow. So yeah, it's me and my son just going solo. Playing lots of Magic. Oh, we're going to be in Pasadena on the 4th, that Sunday, because I have the 5th off finally. I had to convince somebody at work to switch with me. And we're going to be playing Pauper there in that new Pasadena place. Never been, so word out, about 2 weeks out. Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, week from today, right? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Go crazy. Week from tomorrow. All right. I love Shambling Ghasts. They grew on me so quickly. When you have a 1-land hand, you got to sack it. It's great. Even with Deadly Dispute, all of a sudden, your mana's fixed. Or you killed something. It's good times. Somebody made my day on YouTube comment the other day. They said they were kind of a new fan of the channel, and they were like, I can't stop singing the propaganda song. I'm driving, something like, I'm driving my wife crazy. I forget how they said it, but I was like, oh man, that's cool. So now this earworm is infecting somebody in the distances of time already. Let's go. Young Wolf it is. I'll still lean on that Ghast. Sure. Let's lead off with this. Boop, 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 boop. The Pauper hand, the theme is legit. Yeah, I had a mega musician friend of mine. He's a crazy good vocalist and engineer, and remember making that. I don't know if I know I've told this story, but it might have been years. But I sent him me just humming it on a phone, and I was like something like this, and then like 3 hours later, I get this email, and it's like 90% of what you hear, and I'm like, what the heck? I go, no, I just meant that as a scratch track, not as a real thing. And so it came over, we recorded it in the booth, got the good audio, and the rest is history. Very heavily based on Comedy Bang Bang. That was the kind of the vibe, and that kind of repetitive, just like, all right already. Let's block. Yeah. I'm just trying to get out of Skargon country. I want my removal to work if it does. We'll get a land out of the deal here. I always like too, it's funny, maybe people are a little hydroblasted or have too much gin and tonic or Marit Lager, but so often I'll see them kill the Ghast like when it's the only creature out or something, thinking like, oh, you're gonna lose value. It's like, no, I get value. These things come back. Alrighty. Azorius Vendor legal team has looked at the propaganda theme, made sure it is legit. Oh, okay. So we've got 3 mana access. Could make it a lot more if we just, you know what? We can just drop. Oh, this is so much mana. We could drop this. Kill Pit Sulk. Probably getting a little reckless here, but I want to be able to block stuff. Kill Pit Sulk. Get 2 lands out of the deal. Or I mean, resources. It's not like we're after Metalcraft here. All right, we got 2 creatures in the yard. Oh, nope, I sacked one of them. Never mind. And we'll just play out another dude here. Let's to trade for it. That's cool. Block, shoot. The yard's filling up. Pitkeeper will start trading here. Actually, with fewer Scorpions, I used to run 4. See how good this Pitkeeper's feeling, boy. I might go up to 3. Yeah, that'd be folly. That's showing up right at the right times with all the draw, too. Yeah, if you're going to lose something, I love Scorpion. That's a crazy life swing, and on paper, it looks better than Footlight Fiend, because you're like, that does 1. This does like 2 and 2. That's 4. But it's just so much more relevant to be able to interact with people's critters rather than their face when you're kind of a pigeon pecking deck, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. New with extra Pitkeepers. That's the spirit. Yeah, we got some old school stuff coming up today. We got some, y'all know I'm a big Three Stooges fan, so I dusted off some old videos and trying some new stuff out. All right, this might go to a game 3 if I can't I don't know where our bone pickers are hiding. I mean, I'm not shy with those. If 3 in the air is awesome, but I'm more than happy to trade. I think he sees what we're up to. He's like, huh, I'm naked. If I attack, he's just going to trade. And it's frustrating. It's a little 1-1. It's kind of like a young wolf mentality, right? Except instead of coming back, he just kills you from beyond the grave. Reminder, if you're just joining us, make sure in about 2.5 hours, go over to La Conquista's free tournament. Got plenty of time to still make a deck and brew. I think he's in the chat there if you got any questions or you want the link. Hey, man, Nim Chimpskey is on it. Thank you, my friend. I don't even give him a wind-up pitch. It's just like, throw to first, try to get him out. Nope, Nim Chimpskey's safe. My wife gets so mad at me because I'm so not into baseball, and she is. And I always think when they say out, it looks like I forget what it is. I think in America they do this when you're safe, but I feel like, you did it, or and that it's kind of backwards to the way I see it. Woo! Yeah, we are all about helping out. Let's see, we got 3 critters in the yard, folks. They're coming around the corner. Who's gonna do it? Oh, let's see. I could just double do that. I definitely want to draw that. I think this is what? Just like a setup shoot turn? I mean, it'd be really nice to... We'll probably hit a land if we do it. It's just we'll be really naked without it. Regardless, this has to be one of the plays. I want to save this for this. I really like the Pit Keeper for a lot of reasons, but another one is that I've got another Unearth target that is better than... Won't lie to you, unearthing one of these, sometimes you have to do it to win, but it feels a little dirty. So, double Footlight, block, double shoot. He's got 1 critter. I think that's the line we're going to roll with. Or, no, a lot better. We just double block and then shoot, and we only take 5 instead of 7. So, hey, Rajos. I went to a baseball game with some friends out of town. They love baseball every few years. Yeah, it's fun. It's sometimes I'll suffer through a game of baseball with my wife and actively try to watch just so I understand how she feels when I'm playing Magic and stuff, because I think it's more of a nostalgia game. If you grow up with it and you get that early love for it, then I think there's nothing like it. But man, that game, in my opinion, needs such an overhaul as far as attention span, and it's just so many. It's almost like black magic, like rituals and stuff. These guys, they undo their glove 3 times. They itch. They adjust their hat. I'm just like, get on with the damn game. I'm not here to watch you disrobe and then clothe up again. It drives me nuts. I love playing it. It's a lot of fun with some friends. Get into the park and, hit the ball around and such, but not so much the other way. Alrighty. They don't look like much, but they'll trade even. I tell you, those little devils. Boom. Should we cross them up when we do the damage? A little teamwork. And don't forget, this deck's really good about killing Guardians of the Guild pack. I've had Footlight Fiends take them down when they have a Lifestaff on them or any sort of extra help. And obviously the Perilous Myr can trade even with them. Okay. It's a little frustrating. They got 2 5/5s now. But we only take 5. Only. Grunch. Still quite a bit. All right. Fleshbag Marauder be really nice right about now. Thank you, sir. See how that works? But I think I'm forced to... I think I've got to unearth just a blocker here, right? I think I got to get the... oops. Better be careful, you idiot. I'll grab the Ghast, which will give us another land. Now, if I shoot it, draw 2, and I don't hit anything, I think that's a risk I'm willing to take, because we'll get 1 resource out of the deal. No, I'm going to wait. I'll take 5, block, and then our Pit Keeper will be able to bring back Fleshy. Butterghost. It's been a long time since I've said that name. I'm not sure if it's back or not. I haven't seen too much of it. Maybe somebody dusted it off and is trying it out. Never been a big fan of Biograph. When I first saw it spoiled, I was like, oh my god. Speaking of spoil, I'm really not too excited about the new set. I was trying hard to like come up with a list, and I'm like, you know what? I think there's like 2 cards in there that are interesting, and the rest of it's just like that new card smell stuff. I'm not too into it. Like the black, you know, kind of delve angler wannabe with Death Touch. It's like, just play angler. It's easier. And all right, let's do this. I haven't looked at it too closely, to be perfectly honest, but alrighty. We can get rid of one of these bad boys. Got one resource. Where's the other? Boy, glad I didn't do that initial plan. We wouldn't have drawn a swamp there. That is crazy. All right, Crypt Rats. Nice to see ya, but good grief. All right, we're kind of forced to do this. We'll kill our own Marauder. Take 5 this way. Pit Keeper will bring them back. Hopefully we draw a swamp. It's going to be a lot like the first game if we can pull this one off. Like I said, I just love Fleshbag. I used to play 1 or 2 main. I went up to 3. Almost always like seeing it. And now with Rekner's Bargain being able to gain 3 life is pretty relevant sometimes. High sense of vines on top of this, getting us to 1, stopping a lot of our shenanigans. Let's see where it goes, folks. Oh, see you later, Murphy Black. Horseback riding. Oh, man. Our viewers have horsemanship now. Holy cow. Great to see you, and thank you very much for stopping by. Okay. Let's pick keep. If he's got a rancor, we're dead. But I say we do this. Well, if we double block there, that won't do too much. We don't have access to it's kind of a no-brainer here. Bloop. Do that. Be nice if we had another Village Rites. Do you want to use this awesome ability? Yeah. Sure do. Like I said, I tried Blood Fountain in this list. Sack target for 1. Not that exciting. And I was very, very, very rarely doing it. I needed something a little bit more proactive. So, okay. So we're going to... they pulled this one off. Good for them. And we still got 11 minutes. So down we go. So let's be honest. The reason we lost that game is we just kind of mana screwed. We drew plenty. We were just draw, get in the way of things. But in the end... And our Lifestaff didn't show up. That was kind of frustrating, eh? I'm going to bring in the other dead weights. I'm going to lose 2 Crypt Rats. When I have Crypt Rats hit in this matchup, I want it to be to lock the game down. So I only want to be seeing that late in this matchup. I'd rather have some more early stop those shenanigans sort of plays. All right? That's my thinking. Yeah. All right. Well, you throw it back and see what happens. I don't have any draw. We do have some interaction here. Well, what do you guys say about this hand? Wee bit flooded, but we do have the rats. Let's keep. On the play here. Watch, we just draw nothing but lands. It's like, come on, there's only 17 of them. When I first built this list, I had 18, and then on the show, the only losses we had were to flood, and so I was like, kind of had to check my ego at the door and be like, you know what? I think it's time to go down on these, the number of these. Cool, cool. We won't attack here. I want to imply that we've got something greater than this. I'll bring out the Myr. Let's just maximize. Tell you, there's nothing funner in these kind of styles with your opponent's at like 2 and you have this kind of a board out. It's like, I'll attack. And it's like, they can't block and they can't take it. It's the neatest psychological trick in the game, I think. We will trade here. No pit soaks for you, my friend. Boom. I wish I knew the stack better. So if I target this, I can't do that. That'd be silly. We'll do the damage here, please. Just won't have a target as it comes out. Be neat if it worked that way, though. Ayukara. Go ahead, kill it. I dare you. Okay. Well, we'll do 2 more to you. Boy, I'm really feeling that they've got a pit sulk hand here. Or that. That works too. Well, if they don't get Rancor, we'll be fine. That's a pretty big boy. Hey, we like seeing that. I'll bring this out. Bring this out. Yes, I hate when that Rakdos mana requirement is just like, you sure? It's like, yep, pretty sure. We could do 4 damage to it next turn if we trip the rat. Double kill, 2 damage on that. Might be worth it. Getting more and more worth it. I've already seen 1 Savage Swipe. Only 3 left. Alright. Crypt Rat plan definitely in place. Just not quite sure if it's worthy of bringing it out naked. This is going to be a close one. They're kind of going all in here. Don't blame them. Says the guy who went down to 2 Crypt Rats saying, I only like this late. Here it is early, and it seems to be the thing going to be saving us here. Oh, okay. Frustration. Dang. All right. And we pretty much have to shoot that. Ram through. That's going to speed up the clock greatly. Take 5 this turn. No trample for you. Boy, they seem to have quite a bit of removal for green, right? I'm getting a little worried here. Just what I wanted to see. How long do I wait? I'm going to put it out there now. And I'm actually going to equip it now. Gain 3 life in worst case scenario. Otherwise, wipe the board. Quite the reset. It starts in about 2 hours. Got plenty of time. But be careful. There's a new banned and restricted list. It's the existing one. And then we made it to where it's all... Not we. La Conquista. Designed it to where it's... Forces you to be a bit more creative. I am not Ayukara because it backs up too close to the show. It takes me quite a bit to prep the show afterwards, and we got 1 or 2 things to do. And if it was a few hours after that, that'd be fine. But we get a double blast of it, right? We get this and that. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want to wait for vines. So let's attack here. They don't have a Nettle Sentinel. I might as well get in 2 extra damage. Vines is really going to hurt here. Any sort of trick. I think it's better to just play the zombie. Block the young wolf trip. Then the -1 will kill it because I'll do 4 to everything. Yeah, but then Vines kills me. This is a rough one. Yeah, I'm just going to trip it now. I see too much downside to waiting on their turn. Yeah. I'm going to say for 0. Just kidding. Sometimes it's fun to do that little trick. That gamble paid off. 7 to 9. Let's see if we can stabilize. What I meant by that, sometimes you tap, you trip, you don't count it, and then the person has a response, and then you use the black mana. It's a really sneaky move. But when you play Crypt Rats as much as me, you get plenty of them, I tell you. So this is nice. We'll be able to just trade if no shenanigans happen. Ghast blocks, and then the -1 kills the ranger. Or that. That's good times too. Let's put this on here. Obviously, they're going to lose the ranger. Yeah, I kind of want the life at this stage. I'll be all right trading there too. And this way we can make a treasure token and equip them this turn too. Since we can't really kill anything. I love how flexible that little guy is. Bloop. Our opponent's like, not again. Can't get this, keep this guy down. At this stage, it might be better to not block. Haven't seen any avant-garde cards here. This seems like a pretty stock tier 1 stompy list, so that's good. Hey, all right. I just drew a forest there. Is it going to let us see? It hasn't let us see lately. Oh, that would have been brutal. All right. I'm just going to jump in again. I'll throw a coffee break after the next one. That's a pretty long little game there. Yeah. Okay. Enough of sitting on my foot. Let's do this. 2 swamps, bone picker. This is pretty good. It's a little late gamey, meaning we've got rats and pit keeper, but it's so nice to have that feeling. It's like a warm blanket in case there's a swarm across from us or elves. We'll keep. And one of my favorite plays when I'm going against a list where Crypt Rats isn't that good, I like to drop it naked and just without any abilities, and it always eats like a galvanic blast, and I always feel like, oh, I just duressed them. Then later on, I just unearth it and nuke their team. Swamp. Oh, no. This deck has lost to my black life build. And look, we're kind of slow on the uptick here, but we'll see if we can get there. Okiba. One of the coolest things to say out loud. Oh, what is this? Playing the same modified list? I don't know. We'll see. I thought of Reknar Raid, but again, I just don't like to care about my creatures. Bloop. Take that. As your guy flips over this turn, you're going to have some tough decisions. So we just unearth it and writes it again. It looks to be if our game doesn't improve here, and if we drop a swamp, then we get a 3/2 flyer out of the deal for 1 mana. Come on over. I like their taste in swamps. I've got those too. Pretty fun. Ooh, this will be a close one. This is kind of the creature-based version of my mono black sack, whatever you want to call it. Okay, let's do this. I'll probably just get in for a free attack here. I think that's what I'm going to do. Boop, boop. Instigation. Definitely take out the road captain here. I want to be able to block stuff. Let's write this. Pow. Shoot this. Draw 2 cards. Please be a swamp. This is exactly why I don't come into play tap lands. Way too chancy, my friends. Bone picker. Unearth. For those days when you just want to cheat. That's supposed to cost 2. Not here, it isn't. I'm giving him a nice target with that Perilous Myr, but I'm not going to sit around and just stare at it. It's another reason I like Pit Keeper. It's a nice way to bring back Bone Picker, because obviously Unearth can't do it. It's a little too big. Yet it flies. That's amazing. I'll trade with the spawn here. I don't want any bounce shenanigans going on here. They might have those little... Black has so many instants that little combat tricks and such. Got one critter in the yard, soon to be two. Yep, I'll rack up the yard here. Don't want to just keep taking a steady 2 damage against a burn deck that's going to be gaining life, so this is definitely a grindy little game we've got going on here. There's another... All right, there's that guy. All right, that's cool. Let's get a sack. The sack is back. 2 critters down. I don't have a way of getting rid of anything. So, dies. So when it dies, that happens. All right. We'll get out a little life critter. Maximize our efforts here. Just go like that. Tell you, every time I badmouth Scorpion, though, there's those narrow games where you're like, oh, thank goodness I top decked that. 2 life. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Don't see that very often. Vampire Rogue. Might have a prowl mechanic going on here. What's that? Foot bottom feast. All right, this isn't going our way. The life's going the opposite way. Oh, they're really all in with this. I remember when Chid 3 first made the rogue version of this list that kind of started it all. That was included in a lot of people's lists. I was like, I don't think it's worth the tempo loss there, but what do I know? Let's see. Right, attack there. Could do that. Could do that. I'm not going to be doing too much of that. Whew. Do I just drop rats here? Nah. Let's do this. Keep that guy back for a block. I've already demonstrated that I'm willing to trade here. 2 critters in the yard. At this stage, I really respect this kind of list, so I'm just going to fill the board here. He can't really kill anything because I can shoot his team, so I'm feeling pretty good if we can just get our life up. Problem is, I know they still have the full package of like drain your life, of the the vampire bite spells and such. I don't think it's really rough at all. A lot of times it's built-in discipline. I mean, if we had any of our sack outlets, we'd already be there if we wanted to be kind of reckless with it. But obviously, it's nice to get an early bone picker. That's why we run so many critters out. Alrighty, they're definitely on us with that. Uh-oh, what is this, Okiba? Ooh, the ninjutsu. That's a nice little... That's probably going to shut the door on us, because then they can just keep doing this ability. Oh no, it's only when it dies. Okay. I'm going to be right up against it myself here, where I don't want to kill any of their stuff. Ha! Alrighty. That won't block, that won't block. Let's attack with... Let's attack like this. Keep my Scorpion back as a blocker here, trying to gain some life. Do this thing here. Alright. We'll dispute this. Shooting the life linker. Not even close to worried about pointing it at their face at this point. Ninjutsu's dead. There we go. I could still drop the Crypt Rat. I want to encourage this swing out here. Let's go. Pitkeeper's going to have a whole lot of options real soon. Don't you worry. It's not like we're not playing land. I mean, it's not like we're not contributing to the board each turn. We're staying alive and stuff, and I wouldn't want to play it for value now anyway. it is going to be a great mop-up. That's for sure. All right. This is a no-brain block here. We'll just still be at 8. At this stage of the game, I might actually get that back, the Scorpion. We're in single digits against a deck that's probably, what, 2 spells away from just finishing us straight out. Keep in mind, when we do that, we're going to have to trip it only for 1 because when those guys, at least when this guy dies, it's loss of life. But what's this dude? It's when it dies, yep. So we got to be real careful. That's a 4-point swing right there. So I don't want to get too regular. That's a 6-point swing. Okay, we got to be real careful here. We've got 4 critters in the yard. So I could pick Keeper now. I just want to do it for 1 because, well, no, that's not gonna. That won't work there either. So if I play the Footlight Fiend here, then the extra damage can go through to the spawn. Like, what is this guy talking about? Because this will kill here. Or do they just have us? Let me double check this. I cannot do 2 because that's 2, 4, 6. Other option. Keep that back. Oh, that's 1. Son of a gun. Well, then I have the this is confusing. So when all these guys die, let's assume I nuke the team. Oh wait, no, when it enters the battlefield. Okay, we're fine. Yeah. Alrighty. So we nuke for 2. Let's try to attack first. Get in for a free 2. I nuke for 2. The 1 goes there, the 1 goes there. I could just do 3. We're going to be taking 2 here. Yeah, let me do that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Done. Crunch. Gotcha. Alrighty. This goes here. This goes here. Preserving our life total as much as possible. Turning off these shenanigans. And actually, I'm just going to develop here with this and this. We'll do Pit Keeper next turn. Probably grabbing Scorpion and holding on very tightly. Our opponent's at 21. Kind of silly thing to say. Concede is always open. Start the game. I quit. All right. They're on to us. Nice move. Like running into a mirror. We're out of here. All right. Let's go into the sideboard. All right. Lots of stuff dying, so we'll bring in this. Boo, never surrender. Yeah. Yeah, we can always cast Macabre. It's I always love, even though it's a horrible play, but you know, cast Fairy for nothing and then unearth it. It's like, aha! 2/2 flyer, turn 1. I don't need targets. What's your reasoning there, Nim Chimpskey? I know we saw a little bit of graveyard there, but I don't want to overboard. I'll lose 1 Rats in this matchup, seeing as how they're really trying to hurt us. Yeah, I don't want to just sit on Fairy. I'd probably just play it and make it aggro. It's another good thing about Pit Keeper. You play it, block, kill like a Delver, get it back, use it as a graveyard removal. Of course, it's not a secret at that point, but the reverse is use it as graveyard removal, get it back, cast it, attack for 2. Good times. I'm just gonna bring in 1 Macabre. Keep our curve nice and low. A lot of critters dying. Do the same thing I thought about against Stompy. We'll go like that. Yeah, it's one of these meta games, like you prepare for hot dogs all the time, and that's when you never see it. But the second you take out those dead weights or snuff outs, which is obviously, snuff out's very good against familiars and such too. So, would you like to play first? Yes, I would. I did not expect to run into this. All right. Late game, early. This is kind of chunky. But we can just hard cast a Macabre. We saw some flyers out of the list, and that did quite a bit of damage, the evasion of those flyers. I'm going to keep. Go, wick, whack. Hey, nice to hear from you. Thanks for chiming in. First time chatter. What's that called? Chittering with the rats. All right, let's lead off with the Footlight Fiend. I was a theater geek. I wished in the backstage of my theater there was one of these lurking. That'd be pretty cool. Little wax-filled devil. Good times. Okay, we've got our food. Let's go eat. Deadly Dispute. Just wish there was alternate art. I just do not like that art. Oh, that's really good against us. Well, they're really taking a page out of my book, I tell you. All right. Well, just attack again. I'm just going to play Macabre. Take one, eat one. That's going to really add up. And I thought of, that's one of my favorite sideboard cards, especially lately, Trespasser's Curse. And you might be asking, why isn't it in your list today? Because the decks that it's good against, we're already good against with this style. That's why. Nim Chimpskey, you're right. I fear you are right, my friend. Alrighty. We'll go like this. We'll just pass the turn here. Free to block that Scorpion, Deadly Dispute. Be nice to find our Lifestaff that can kind of keep us in this with the Trespasser's Curse. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think we're not going to be coming out of this one. Let's see here. We'll block here. I'll dispute it. I don't want to shoot that because I want to keep my... Well, you know what? I'm going to shoot it. If they shoot my Macabre, our graveyard goes up. That's fine. It's not our face. I get the critters, and there's our Lifestaff. Good times. And anything else we want to do? EOT. We could dispute again. Yeah, I think we might want to dispute again. We don't really have all that many targets here, so let's see what they do. All right. No, I don't want to dispute again because I got to use that for the source, and then we'd have to eat one of our life here, so we can just unearth too still. Speaking on unearth, there it is. Let's do this because it can block. We'll do here. Sitting back on dispute still. Got a nice little life trigger. Didn't think I'd be using Macabre that way, but I did foresee a little bit of that shenanigans going on. All right. They want to kill it. Let it die. The problem here is that they're gaining life with each of these critters, so... All right. Yeah, well, with Pit Keeper, that thing just keeps dying, and it's no big deal. I think I'll offer the trade here. That's a fun option too. We can bargain that for another 3. Gain 6 life. We dropped rats right now. Let's drop the rat. We're not in single digits. We'll be soon with that curse, that's for sure. Yeah, that'll be 2, 4. Yeah, we'll be gaining 3 of it back with the Lifestaff. Okay, never mind. Now we only get up 1. Fascinating matchup. Pit Keeper is going to be active. We've got the Unearth Rat. God, that's such a nice feeling. Now, this is a matchup where you would want to have, I should use black, where you would want to have Unexpected Fangs, because at the end of every turn, you could just be ping, 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 ping for 1. Good times. So we gain 3. Going to lose a whole lot. 2, 4, 6. Fun games. Up to 16. Down to 14. Down to 12. Down to 10. Opponents at 20. Please draw dead. Don't unearth. Pit Keeper's a wee bit late there. All right. 1, 2, 3. Not enough for me. Let's cast this on. I guess it's Macabre again. I can always Reknar's bargain it. I might have to at this stage. This is getting pretty grim. Let me just do it now. Did not expect this matchup. Very nice. I have a feeling our opponent's list, it's obviously good against me, but I have a feeling it wouldn't be nearly as good against fairies. Obviously sideboard with the Trespasser's Curse, but you gotta get those in. You look at how much damage we can deal out. They only have access to the Myr. We've got the Myr, the Devil, and the Swamp Dude. We get to a game 3. All right, Nim Chimpskey. I would attack here if I was them. All right, for the sake of life, I think I got to attack. I'm just tempted to bargain right now. Three damage ain't that much. I'd rather have. I want to have my mana available here and gain 6 here. All right, draw no land. That's good times. I'll draw this. Almost completely negating Lifestaff. Frustration. All right, we'll shoot this. Gain 3. Should I just kill the other? Yeah, we'll shoot the flyer. I know we lose the life still. Not sure if we can technically come back from this. We'll see. Alrighty. And Pit Keeper. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Let's grab Macabre or the Myr. I say Macabre because we've got a bargain in our hand and they might have an Unearth, so that would be pretty fun. Yeah, I want to use the ability. I kind of like doing stuff. Well, against a double curse with almost 30 creatures in our list, I feel pretty resilient here, even though our opponents really got us on the ropes with that double curse. If this is a triple curse, this is definitely over. They're at 28 life. It's not like we can drop an angler out of the blue. which I've thought of including one of. I guess I'm too much of a purist. I'll do it, Myr. Come on over. Did I say I'll do it? Maybe I'm making stuff up. Yeah, I'd rather that be in the yard. Man, oh man. Yeah, we got just enough to... We're kind of playing to not lose at this point. It feels like we've already lost because I dropped the Macabre, I equip it, and then I'm just waiting to kill it just to stay alive and kind of do it again over and over again. Let's block. I like that in the yard instead, unless they followed up with a bog here, but... Alrighty, there it is again. When it dies, all kinds of crap happens. Yikes. I think the Macabre's probably better in our hand at this stage of the game. We just draw even with this play. Not even that'll still hurt us. Here we go. Let's draw some options. I'd really like to get Bone Picker to show up here. We'll gain life. We'll shoot this. I only gain 1 out of this exchange, but it's so creature heavy. It's all right. We've at least got this option. There's a 1/1 we don't mind dying. Draw dead for once. We're the one drawing all these cards. They just keep top deck, top deck. That's what it feels like anyway. It's not nice to look into a mirror, is it? The same sort of strategy I'm using where it's like, go ahead and kill it. Look what happens. Put the screws to you. You know, these styles feel a lot like early days of Magic when you would drop rack on people. It's just like, what? That should do it. And we gain 3, but it goes on the stack and does it correctly. We'll be out of room. I got to kill this thing quick. That's the way to do it. Problem is, we just have to keep drawing creatures, and we're not really getting much out of the deal. Get into. They're at 32. We'll gain 4. Kill the rat. I'll probably pitch in response. For that extra little damage to completely nullify our life plan there. So go right to where we were. It's too much in the yard. I've got to respect that and just sit. Believe me, we're not going to win this one. We'll be 1-1 after the break. Good God, stop drawing that. Alrighty. Pit Keeper. I don't want to do that yet. Attack first. Gosh. We don't really have a way of killing anything, though, other than Crypt Rats, which hurts us. Ah! Yeah, the clock's least my worries. That's attack. God dang it. If we unearth... Obviously, Pit Keeper is kind of the play here, but then we have to play it and then lose multiple critters for that to go down. Wish I had a fume spitter. Of course, that would still... We'd be taking 4 when that goes down. We can't... I don't think we can win from here, guys. We'll grab rats just for the theater of it all. Bloop. And we'll pitch for 1. Bonk. Really sucks. We lose 1 overall, but we get rid of a threat that's going to really nibble us alive in the skies. And we do 2 damage. We got them to 30. They're 10 higher than they were. Never mind. It's back to 32. Ah, boy. Is that an unearth? Really, our only out here is to attack. I'm going to hold back. Whoop, whoop. We won against Stompy, but then we kind of ran into a a mirror that's better built for the mirror. And it's sticking it to us. We're down a game, and look at the life total and the lock here. Finally, they don't draw an answer. Well, this is going to hurt. Pay 2 life to get a 1/1 out. Get one of it back if this goes through. We'll hold that swamp for extra curiosity's sake. Normally, we'd be able to stay way up on life. Our life would probably be around 30 or 40 ourselves, but those curses have really been cursing us. Almost positive they've got an Unearth in hand. Almost. I'll give the perception that we want Metalcraft. Let's attack. How easy Metalcraft is anymore. All right, man. They only got 16 turns left. May you draw all lands. All right. That probably just means he's got another one there. Let me double check what the... what is that? Crypt Rats? Yeah. All right. Well, let's grab Crypt Rats and the... Oh, he doesn't have the other one, does he? I'll grab that guy. I probably didn't forget. They just have another Unearth. Maybe we got another Macabre. Who knows? Of all people that lean on Macabre so much, you think I would have brought in more than that. Good game. Good patience. Yeah, we can kill it. Lose 4, gain 3. See where this is going. It's quite the soft lock there. Speak of the devil. We'll do it just to do it. Guy who walks alone, thank you for such a great little smackdown. Boom, boom, boom. It's either that or we get... Okay, they kill it first. Refill the hand. I think you're all right. Yeah, check this out. Play a critter, go to 4. Play a critter, go to 2. There's too many 2 effects there. I'm still playing like I have a chance here. I just think it's pretty entertaining how cruel of a lock this is. Oh, there it is again. It seems like he's got 9 of those. Oh my goodness. Good games, good games. Splat goes the weasel. All right, we're 1-1. That was I'll just write down Myr, even though it was quite different, but very cool list there. Alrighty. Hey guys, I'm gonna run off. We're gonna show the very first Pictionary when my son was like this tall and just getting into Magic. I'm gonna grab a coffee, and I'll be right back right after these wannabe messages. And we're back. All right. Boy, that'll bring you back. That is an old Pictionary. It doesn't even have his picture at the end of it. Woo. Okay. Man, oh man. Taste of the old medicine. Let's see what we got. Boink. And yes. 1 mana, but we have a rights, so I will keep. Boink. Always want to lead with my sacrificial dudes over the Scorpion. Unless we see Mountain, but we are going first, so we're not going to see anything. Alrighty. Footlight Fiend. Let's see an island. Show me an island. Alright. That'll do. Heroic. Show me a fleshbag. Please. I'm going to just attack here. Do it really quickly so they think like I'm up to something. Some demonic pact shenanigans. Do it. What's that one card that nobody plays? The cantrip. If it's dealt damage and then it dies this turn. Just could not get that thing to work to save my life. All right, here. And yes, they'll take 1. Take that, sucker. I just need some lands. It is. It's in just over an hour. That's exactly why I don't have... That's why I'm not going to be in it, because it's just too up against the wall from here. So we've got another thing here. If this goes Supernova this turn, we block and we get mana acceleration out of it. Or if, you know, they cartouche it, we can kill one of the dudes. But tell you, when you play this list even 3 or 4 times, you will love Shambling Ghast. It's just such a card. Early ramp, early removal. Good times. Thank you, Nim Chimpskey. You're already dead. That's the one. I was very wrong about that card. I kept saying like, yeah, and I'll put it in that, and you know, it'll be drawing cards and removing stuff, and man, oh man, felt like Christmas morning when I saw that card, and then I was like, so that was one I was dead wrong on. Oh no, lock unkies, so don't do that for me, man. It'd throw off so many people. It's your tournament, you do your thing, man. Speak of the devil. You know, I'd rather get the token at this stage. We've got plenty of ways to kill that, so I'm going to block and just accelerate. Obviously, I could kill, but I'd rather get the token out of the deal here. 1 or 2 more lands, that won't be the case, but... So technically, it'd be like a dead dog in this matchup without having those dudes main, the fleshbags. All right, we like this. We'll lead off with this. Gotta kind of slow roll this again. I'll probably block shoot, dispute. I could do that now. Let me do it now. I can always play Scorpion, shoot, but I know it's coming back, but so are our guys. Got 3 creatures in the yard already. This just has such a perfect fit with Pit Keeper. Really like seeing that card. Alrighty, well that kind of blows. We'll bring this out for the block. Gonna have to keep that cat in check. This deck's not good against life gain, so I can't let him start just going crazy. 1, 2, 3. Once the Scorpion's dead, it'll be a party in the graveyard. At this stage, I'll bring back that Ghast and get some more food out of the deal. I could technically just not block here, but I'd like to get that Scorpion active. See how big this is going to get. It's another card I always thought should see a little bit of play is Death Head's Buzzard. It's a 1 and 2 black, 2/1 flyer. When it dies, all creatures get -1/1. You know, I don't know if this is a good block here. You know, we pick Keeper and then what? I'd rather Dispute. I'm going to let this through. Come on over. We need some resources here, and the only way to get them is to Dispute. What kind of game? It's usually one that I win, but man, the deck's kind of fighting us here. Yeah, we could Bone Picker here. I'd rather be able to get that back, right? Or we just Crypt Rat. I keep wanting to Dispute, but I just need to come up for air, you know? I think we, yeah, let's attack here. I don't like the Crypt Rat play. Skyguard might get Nova, and then we're just hurting ourselves. Get some life back here. Really like to be able to Dispute this and shoot that, but we'll get some life back out of the deal. Can at least play a Myr here. Let's see some good stuff. Land Bone Picker, maybe? Yeah, Bellotta, I don't... I messed around with Spinning Darkness, but... boy, it costs you sometimes, and I don't think the 3 is all that worth it. Well, this ain't so bad. Better to kill 2 things than 1, right? We'll throw this out, and then the Ghast, and... I'm sure that isn't going to be able to be picked on, but maybe it'll just be a 2/2 and it'll make them not want to attack. Not sure. I want all my removal to be critter based to answer your question, Bellotta. I lean on the other stuff against hot dogs because it's just necessary, but it's so fun to draw cards and then you shoot their stuff with Perilous Myr or Footlight Fiends and make them weaker with the Ghast. Alrighty. Yeah, that was probably the longest broken card, not power level, but just on MTGO. It just didn't work for the longest time, which was maddening because there was a deck, I think it was the original Scorekeeper or something like that, that I had a really good home for it, and I was like, God dang it. Okay, we don't have long for this world. They know what we're up to now. I respect that play, but now we've really got to either hit Bone Picker or I guess just go Nova with our rat. That'll kind of do it. I guess we could rat in response. Should technically take some stuff down. Yeah, I remember using that in a, what was that? I had it in a sideboard of my hexproof list for a while. It was a lot of fun. It's like Edict. It's like instant creature. Didn't work too well. The one aha game you have, and then, you know, there's 4 where you're like, oh, I don't have enough targets, or it kind of doesn't work now. Oh, this is rough. So obviously we trip this, kind of buy the farm. I think we'd rather just take 2. If they've got a trick, then We're losing like our entire team here. Which I'm usually okay with doing because I can add up the damage and the sacrificial effects and such, but Of course we can get everything back with it. I'm going to trip it. Let's go see what you got. But first we'll say 0. No, we won't. They got a trick. Hopefully it's not offensively based, and it's just, of course, anything they trigger is going to boost it. That's scary. It probably means they got multiples and they're going to keep their whole team alive here. Yeah, the fists. Woo! Okay, let's do the damage here and see if that goes down. Then we'll create a token, I guess. Yeah, any trick they got, it'll still keep their guy alive, so we'll just try to invest here. They got a way to keep it alive. Yeah, because any trigger would have been wasted, so now we at least get a mana out of the deal. Bummer, man. Fleshbag can't show up fast enough. Protection from your deck. I'm going to write that down. Boop, boom, boom. Yeah, I thought I had to work this weekend, but looks like I don't. So that's good times. All right. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Where on earth is my my bone pickers hiding? I'm just going to do this now, man. Disputing, let's go. I'll shoot this just in the off chance we do get some sort of fleshbag sequence going. Yeah, problem is those counters go on no matter what. I mean, we can at least replay the Myr here, but I don't think that's really the play. I'm just really looking for a bone picker. Bone picker, come on now. I think I'm going to leave my pit keeper in hand. I kind of want what I'm digging for here is I want to grab a bone picker and then, you know, trade. It probably won't live through the combat. There'll probably be some trick, and then I pit keeper it back, and I can maybe stop the bleeding. And if they're on planes here, I can at least. I can't even do that. Good news about that little Perilous Myr, though. It's colorless, folks. I have no memory of this matchup feeling this challenging. I've got quite a few rounds in this with this list, so that's definitely not the issue. Well, except for the pit keeper list. I mean, it's a little different, but this feels like all upside. Come on, we're doing everything right. We're disputing. We're rightsing. We're trying to fight some. Need either bone picker or fleshy to show up. Fleshbag, sacrifice fleshbag, pit keeper it back. That's another out. There's a lot of outs, but not a lot of time. But Deluxe, your creature's Rakdos. Where's your mountains? You have to do that. Come on, list. I'm trying to be so disciplined with this. If I play this, I can sweep for 3. 2 would go to that. I'd be at 4 and dead. Ooh, Archetype. But to what end, right? God, running out of... You gotta assume they can... Taking at least 6. I think I have to do this just to try to stay in this game. No, I can't even do that. This isn't Unearth. What am I talking about? We're going to the next game. Boop. Not going to give him any more intel. Had us up against the ropes. Nice patient plays there. So, all right. Crypt Rats I like just about everything in here. I'll lose one pick keeper. Scorpions aren't going to be doing too much in this matchup. I've already got these. Debt to the Kami is going to be pretty good here. Don't want dead weight because if they find a way around it, it counts. Let's bring in maybe 2 Snuff Outs. Three in black. That is a lot. I've gone through the dungeon twice and I was like, this is what everybody's talking about? Didn't feel all that great. Let's do one more Snuff Out. And I'm not sure if I want to bring in the life engine there to just kind of stay up and at him. I do. Bring out one dispute. Let's go. I like Monarch a lot more. Alrighty, let's go. Okay, well, if we get an early critter, we can turn on our Bone Picker with Snuff Out backup. But it's just a clunky hand until then. Always tough to say no to a Bone Picker, but we just have no first turn play. Boy, this is right on the edge. Dang it. I think we got to throw this back. What do you guys say? Your first hunch was keep because of the whole Snuff Out, but then we're at 16. They drop another critter, and then if we draw Swamp. No one with advice. All right, one more again. All right, we'll keep this a little bit better. Yeah, throw back a Swamp. Do I want to do that? I'll throw back an Unearth here. Done. So I might want to use that Vault. Lead off with this. Always be careful with those vaults. They're not swamps, so you cannot Snuff Out. I think in my history I've lost 1 or 2 games that way where I'm like, I got him, and then it's like, oh crap. Should we wait for the 1-2? Go for it now. You always want to wait in case you draw Bone Picker, right? I'll leave the option open to a Dispute EOT here. We do have 2 lands. Boy, 2 of our 3 rats are already out. That's gonna. I gotta. Hopefully they don't have it. They got it. Well, maybe we can draw another one. We can. I like magic. Booyah. Go to 12 just to pull this off. Umbra's a bit scary. I don't know if it's 8 scary, but we're alive. Whew. I think I'm forced to play Crypt Rat here and then sack it next turn. Act as 2 things. Acceleration for us. Bone Picker, obviously. But then if they've got removal, they might take their whole turn doing it. Or it might stop them from dropping a 1/1 flyer. We all know they're holding, so I think that's the way of it. Let's attack. I'm going to Rites now. I know it feels kind of funky, but there we go. Double Bone Picker. Just a little snuff of death. Whoosh. Hey! That was a dramatic game. I think they were going all in on the I've got protection stuff. No, you don't. Watch this. I like Dispute in this matchup better than Reckoner's Bargain, says the guy who brought in a Lifestaff. So I'm going to try to keep to that logic. Boink. It's always fun when you do that, like John Finkel-esque style play where you're just like, I got to draw right now. I could do it. And so many times in play, you know, it doesn't happen. Then you're down even more. But when it works, you just feel like, genius. 2 fleshies. We will keepy. 1 more land and we're good to go. That Marauder's artwork from the old one is kind of growing on me. Those poor hands. Try playing guitar like that. He might be able to play bass. Yeah, that's what I mean, Nim Chimpskey. So many times they don't pay off. Oh, they missed. We get to go first. And the illusion of it. Oh, they mowed the 4. Brutal. What's fun is the psychological terror of Snuff Out now. It's like he's playing with that. It's like, oh no. Now we can shoot stuff and Marauder will come online. Tempted to just Rites Unearth here to just fix our mana really strong. Or Dispute. Hey, don't need to now. God, I love Fleshbag Marauder. 3's as high as I will go, though. But again, if this is hexproof, or in this matchup, I'll probably sacrifice it, hold on to Unearth, that sort of thing. That's good times. It's probably better to kill this on my turn. If we draw a Bone Picker, let's hold off. Alrighty. Attack. I'll Dispute here. Shoot you. Draw 2 cards. Yeah, not really what I wanted to draw. So screw that first plan. I'll go like this. Plague Crafter. That's the 2 and a black, and each person sacrifices a creature. Balada, or if we can bring it up in the searchy thing, I'd appreciate it. But we're not really inspiring fear with these 1/1 attacks, are we? Yeah, I do. I think that I could see play. Good times. All right, a little bit more offense, please. Thank you very much. I'm just going to try for a concession swing here. It's such an intimidating board at this stage. Even with protection, the Myr can get in. Watch the drop Holy Light. No! We'd still draw a lot of cards. Gain 3 life. Okay. I think the obvious rollout here is we drop, we kill the Myr, draw some cards. I think that's what I want to do. We could even trick them into this, so we don't. So we'll do so we can always activate the rats in response. Not that I would want to, but I might want to. I don't know. Depends how big this trick is here. Let's shoot that. If they save it, I might not even respond because I want to get that Fleshbag out because we have 2 of them and we can hit them a lot harder with the other. Let's see what they do here. Okay, so I'm going to let this resolve. I mean, they can't really save it with this play unless they do like a mutagenic here, because it's getting hit with colorless. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's go. Surprised they got one on me on that one, but what you going to do? Here we go. Yeah, this is just one of those games. I mean, decks. I just love this thing. It's like even when I lose with it, I like it. If you don't have a creature to discard. First time chat for Rat Gina. Thank you for joining me, everyone. As we look over the list of deluxeness. Yeah, where are these guys hiding? Maybe if we do this, it'll change things. Village Rites. Serrated Scorpion. Black Sap. It's one of my favorite Metallica songs, Blackened. I should make some little intro for this. It's like, dun 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 dun. I've been on a Metallica kick lately. Not too much of a metal listener. I mean, I've had some albums in the 80s and stuff, but oh man, some of that stuff just rocks so hard now. Oh, God, what a ugly hand. This is an easy mole. Can't do nothing. Well, we've got options if we draw a swamp. It's kind of a little late here, but obviously if you're up against elves or swarms, you want them early or hexproof. I don't like this hand either. I'm going to throw this back, guys. Bloop. And we'll keep this. Something tells me I'm going to need Crypt Rats in this matchup. Oh, it's quite the gamble, isn't it? I'll get rid of that. Technically, I should get rid of Crypt Rats. All right, I'll try to play correct magic, keep our curve low, and be aggro until proved otherwise. Yeah, that's what I've been listening to quite a bit on YouTube. Sometimes Nim Chimpskey, I'll put it on and ride the lightning, and there's just some masterpieces. Those guys just really nailed that mood or that sound. I'm not gonna lie, it was Stranger Things that brought me back to them. I was like, oh yeah, rocking out. I was like, that's cool. Another black deck, come on. Are you kidding me? This is like kind of a similar build here. I'm like 45% against these kind of lists. Got to draw real good. Well, this is a good start. I can at least accelerate, stop the fear. I ain't afraid. But this is probably going to kill us faster than the other one because they can gain life. And I just think it's the better of the two, but a little lower to the ground, a lot more spell-based. Here we go. I will block. I don't want Prowl to be triggered, even though you need 2 mana for that to go down. That's what I mean. Sometimes people do that, and I think they think, like, I have no target. And it's like, you're right, but I get acceleration out of it, and it's like I went first. I don't mind them all that much. It's just against, on a stream, I don't. I think I'm going to need the life here, but I'm going to be able to kill that thing too. Let's rock. Oh, Scorpion, how I have forsaken you. Boy, am I glad they're a little mana screwed here. 1/1s. All right, Crypt Rats. Remember what I said at the top of this game? I was like, I feel like I'm going to need Crypt Rats. I should after all this time playing Magic, but I genuinely have a spidey sense when it comes to Magic. Like probably in the high 80%. I need to listen to it more. Yeah, when you're in the mood for that metal, boy, yeah, here we go. They start to add in the life swing to this. It's going to get grim quick. Come on, Crypt Rats, show up. I'll nix my team for you, baby. Woo! I hate hard casting these, but I'll do it. The only way I'm going to win this race if he doesn't hit a land drop and we're able to go like this again. All right, 6/2 each turn, but they've got spells. Don't drop a swamp. Don't drop a swamp. Come on. So much psychology with these changeling outcasts. I love them. They're not worth 1/1 removal, but boy, they just keep. You look at them. If they got counters on them, you'd be like, oh my god, that thing hit for 6 and it costs 1. Sign me up for that spell. I don't want to draw dead. Attack. Caw. Yeah, I wish they made Bone Pickers a crow. Oh no! Oh, Kiba's in the house. Our Perilous Myr will have a better target. Oh no. Or okay. I need something to kill my stuff. We only have 11 things that do that. You'd think I would have drawn one. We're in this if that happens, but if he drops a swamp, I think we're dead. That'll be 5, 6, 4. Yeah, Tyrant's Choice. I don't mind that so much. I can block that forever. Actually, I can block that and shoot, so I'll keep the Footlight Fiend back. Yes! Rah! Do I do it? Should I keep this back? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, we just went. Hiya! I know, I was so concerned with everything. I'm like, oh wait, I don't even need my trick. If you told me I was going to face 2 mono black kind of rogue, meaning like the actual rogue list, I would be like, nuh-uh, but better that than like a wall of affinity. At least that would make sense with the metagame though. But hey, let's bring in Snuff Out. Well, I definitely want to bring in Lifestaff, but I actually really like Crypt Rats in this matchup too. These aren't going to be so hot, so we'll do a 1-for-1 there. Scorpions I like. I really want to turn off that tick-tock damage, so I want to make room for all 4 of these. Even though we've got quite a bit of shenanigans going there. I'll lose 1 Pit Keeper, and I think both Fleshbags. There's 1 rat. Let's go. Yeah, Balada, that's man, I wish there was Ashes to Ashes. That's the card. And I woke up one morning. That's how bad this game's got a hold on me. And I was like, Ashes to Ashes, that's what I'll do against Affinity. And I went and looked it up thinking it exiled 2 target creatures so the Blood Fountain wouldn't work. And it's like, nope. Pay 5 life. And then it's like, it says non-artifact creatures right on there too. It's just like me to remember it completely wrong. Have this little thing that wakes you up in the morning. How sad is that? Shows my dedication, right? I kept this because we got Village Rites and a sacker. And we've seen a bunch of 1/1s. All right. And we got double dead weight. Here comes the swamp. Told us out. Bloop, bloop. Oh, cool, Nim Chimpskey. Well, sorry I spoiled the card. Not that people can't just read it, but I'm very curious in what you're playing now. I know it's mid-rangey. I'll have to check it out. The Carnarium. Uh-oh, their mana woes are fixed. And just like that, we're at 15. I'm just going to invest here. And attack. Don't have too much time. Really want to find some life. Get that Lifestaff going. Right now, looks like we can... one of his little 1/1s come out. We can use the Footlight for that. Dead weight for the Yokiba. Boy, they're all in. Look at this little desert plan. It's so elegant when you can get killed with a desert. Just bink. We lost last game, right? I think we lost. I'll put an L. Alrighty, there's that. We will attack. Oh, I'm up a game? That's weird. I thought I lost that one. Thank you. Everything's running together. Oh, yeah, we attacked for lethal. That's right. I was sitting there contemplating alternate steps. And alrighty. You know, I would love to use Deadweight here, but I kind of want to get maximum value out of Village Rites. So I'm just going to pull this off here just to draw some cards. I mean, I really brought those in for Okiba and such, but all right. Well, we're that much closer to a land, and we can gain some life here. Let's start turning on that Pit Keeper here pretty soon. We got to dig for that Lifestaff, and then we can kind of technically maybe shut the door. We got double dispute. Uh-oh. Now we're at 10. Torture. Hey, I might want to say death here and gain some life. I'll say torture. Rather draw cards. Oh! I love that card. It's the Searing Blaze of Black. One of my followers on YouTube was like, yeah, lose that. It's never good. I'm like, what? Maybe if it's against a green deck, but that's what sideboards are for. All right, we got 2 critters in the yard. Let's attack, gain some life. I will dispute this EOT. Oh, not EOT, before EOT. All right, let's gain some life. Can we see a swamp deck? Come on. Oh, come on. What a jerk. Well, we can unearth. Yep, there's my wife. Hold on a minute here. Hey, love, I'm on the stream. Can I call you back? Bye-bye. Of all people. She's like, I know better. Just want to make sure she was okay. It wasn't some emergency. Yep. The tournament starts in 1 hour, folks. Step right up. All right. I'd rather just have a permanent and save that unearth there. So we'll bring out this dude. All right. I think that's a first, Nim Chimpskey. You're right. She snuck into the room a few times to, like, grab something, but she's very ninja-like. She would definitely have the ninjutsu ability. Ouch. All right, no rogues attacking here. I had to take it, though, because, you know, she's literally entering a desert right now, and want to make sure everything's cool. Good grief. All right, we are doing the same thing. We're attacking and disputing, and if we don't draw a swamp, I might scream. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Land. Thank you. 2 of them, in fact. All right. Well, now. No, we don't have a 1-drop to save our life, do we? I'm going to get back that Scorpion. We're only at 8 life here. Surely we couldn't have drawn a bone picker there to kind of shut the door a wee bit, but... Oh, yeah, that would be a cool deck to brew up. Yeah, I'll exhaust here. Could have pit keepered there, but I want it on the board, so if we draw anything that... I'm going to say death here so that I gain 2 life right now. Oh, I thought I had that. Thought it made me do it both. All right, they got us. For some reason in my mind, I thought when the person chooses the other one, it both happen. All right. Bloop. Brewfest starting soon. Actually, yeah, if one of these games goes too long, I didn't think, I thought the stream would probably be over by now, but guess not. All right, well, our lands just really hurt us there. Debt to the kami. Watch, they bring in the little life thing. That would suck bad, but I don't want to go there. We have so much other stuff. I'm going to lean like this, meaning dead weight. If they draw the super rogues, because we saw the prowl like I was suggesting with the Chid's original list there. So yes, good hand. Keep -1 swamp. This might be one of the best hands. I'll lead off with early removal or acceleration and a bone picker into Footlight Fiend defense. A little more than an hour, folks. Go step right up to the new tournament starting in 1 hour. Courtesy of La Conquista. And there's the Black Fire Blast. Why do I say that? Because by the time a 2/2 comes out, you've taken 2, they've gained 2. I know the math's a little wonky. I've never claimed to be a math guy. That's how I think of things. I keep thinking somebody should brew hot dogs with Thunderclap. Just go all in on that plan. There's also that one that does kills artifacts for a sacrificial mountain too. All right, let's attack. Boop. There we go. Second stuff. Why are we doing this? Because we want to get mana in a 3/2 flyer and have a lot more presence in the air this game. Let's go. Double dispute. Double dispute. I like to play this for red just to show that I know what I'm doing. How you like that? At least maybe for our mirror. Get rid of that pesky festival crasher, right? You can always come to this old guy for cards you've never heard of. And a little cool cat. For somebody that's on Twitch once a week for over 5 years now, I'm sadly, I have almost zero knowledge of what a lot of these emotes mean, but they're fun nonetheless. All right. A little early for you, Pit Keeper, but, you know, I can always play him for defense. I'm just going to get nutty with that dispute and just sack that fiend. Draw some hope. Draw some hope. Shoot ya. Okay. Oh, we got some nice life options here. 2 critters in the yard. More to follow. This one feels like it's going south if they drop a land. I'm glad they didn't, but man. I know, oh boy, this is not feeling good now. We can always bargain and gain 4 life off the bone picker, but man, that is definitely a plan B. Come on, Perilous Myr. I think I just gotta attack here. Still pull this off. Drop here. Come on, something good. Mama needs a new pair of shoes. 1, 2, 3 creatures in the yard. All right, Pit Keeper can start bringing up back bone pickers. I can dispute them and gain 4 life. Definitely winnable. Another reason I lost the Lifestaff main from the original list is Reknar's Bargain kind of keeps us in races that... oh, my goodness. Man, I swear we're on camera, Nim Chimpskey. This is weird. We were just talking about this and everybody has to look it up. All right, well, we got an obvious play here. They're going to die anyway, so let's do this. 3 or 2 lands. Come on now. Crunch. They go to 11. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine. All right, I guess, gosh, what do we do here? This is starting to feel bad. Ashes to ashes. Whoa. Yeah, when you're gaining lots of life, you can afford to do that in that kind of a deck. But I hate when I get hit with Okiba. That's like 6 damage. All right, finally. Woo! Splat. Kill Okiba at all costs. Well, for 2 anyway. Get out of here. You damn fool. All right, I'll take that. We'll bring it on out. Good afternoon. Back at you, Larry Legend 33. Woo! This feels like it was written in a woo font. Reknar's Bargain doing some work. Not as much as Affinity does, but it's another card that just drop kicks you against them. Get them to 3, and they're like, oh, I'll go back up to 10, draw 2 cards. Oh, let me Blood Fountain and bring it all back. Oh, getting a little desperate there, eh? They didn't trip the red and the Carnarium for that. That's strange. It's usually the... oh, they probably have just a Tyrant's Choice. Fortunately, I think we're going to have to devour our own Bone Picker. But can we? We've only got 1 more Reknar's Bargain. Yikes. Down they go, folks. Uh-oh. And Okiba's going live. Oh, man. Maybe I should play 4 bargains. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. First, we'll do this. Pit Keeper. Larry Legend. This is my black sack with a few modifications. We're looking at the main one too. Pit Keeper really perfectly fits in home here. All right, let's see what we're going to pick. We're going to pick Bone Picker. I wish we could kill stuff. Okay. Yes, I want to use this awesome ability. And, well, let's just cast it. I hate doing that. Nothing's died. rock like this. I think I want to save that Unearth for the Pit Keeper. I really want the Pit Keeper to die, and I can get back another Bone Picker and maybe shut the door here. I got to kind of optimize, or I can cycle it for a draw at the stage. I think it's, I don't think a, I'm going to do this so that we can kill that Okiba if we draw a draw spell sort of turn here. I doubt they're going to block a Pit Keeper next turn. Instant army. We're 1-1. The only decks that have given us problems today have been black. Funny thing, we want our stuff to die, and ouch. A bit like E.T., remember that when he goes ouch? Yeah, I like it too, Larry Legend. I wouldn't go higher than 2, but it's we've had some brutal plays where we unearth it and get back like, that's just a lot of fun. At this stage, we kind of have to keep back. Well, let's not ruin the surprise. Let's attack with both these because it's the most damage. If he wants to trade, that's great. We're representing we can kill Okiba. This way we'll do 4 damage to them and trade with the Road Captain. Or if they have any tricks, we can still shoot them. Warrior needs food badly. I love it. Old school gauntlet. I dropped so much allowance in those old 4x4 gauntlet games back in the day. Oh no, they're never out of it with the blood token. It'd be creepier battling some mage. It's a close match and they just break some little vial and just drink some blood. You're like, ugh. Come up with more ideas. Is that how it works? I think we're dead. And if we are, I'm going to call it here because I want everybody to have enough time to go to La Conquista's tournament or get ready for it. Yep. We're dead meat here, guys. When we lose to black decks, seems like we beat everything else. Womp, womp, womp. I got 1 off of that one, but good games all around. I'll go over the deck list here. Like I said, I just want anybody that, you know, if we play another like long matchup, it's going to push us over, and I want to make sure everybody isn't conflicted in where they want to go because I want to definitely help support that as we've been doing at the top of the show. But we got plenty of time to go over the list here. The old what would you learn here? I really like where this deck's at. Check. All right. I just feel like we had a few goofy starts, and you know the black matchups with the life gain. Like I said at the top of the show, if we run into like a Weather the Storm style list, or just a, you know, as we saw, like a kind of a vampiric sort of like I take 3, take 3, take 3, and it was in those games where we weren't drawing all that great. That being said, I'm not quite sure if I want to be on Lifestaff anymore, even though this is probably one of the best style decks for it. But I do feel like I want to make room for the, and I knew that going in, for the options of, I would want to have access to 2 Unexpected Fangs in this list. However, against Affinity, sometimes Vampiric Link can be used defensively. What do I mean by that? You got a 4/4 staring you down, you're drawing dead. You put it on the Myr, and it's just a wash. It's like a removal spell. Yeah, I learned that mirror matches go on Pauper Tim. So yeah, there's always that option, but you know, you don't get that tick-tock damage in that you can activate Crypt Rats for 1 at the end of every single turn, and then bink, 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 and you know, as our board gets old, we're able to sacrifice our own critters to a good extent. But you know, Serrated Scorpion and the Bone Picker would survive, but I just don't know if that would really. I don't know. It's one of those when you draw it, it kind of wins you the game right then and there as far as like just sheer tempo and, you know, hold your creatures till they find an answer, get a ton of life, rinse, repeat sort of thing. So I will try to see how that goes. But if we can get that, Nim Chimpskey, I know you just did it, but if you can throw that link up one more time in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it, or Shiraz. That's a tournament that's starting in about 45 minutes from me going like this. So go over, support it. It's totally free. It's got its own list. So don't just go, oh, just auto load this list. It's like it's got its own banned and restricted list to keep things creative. So you can't just copy paste some 5.0 list. And it's what the whole thing's based on is creativity. So thanks to Loconquista for setting that up. This is the last week we'll be promoting it because this is the day of the tournament. So anyway, what the wife does to me when I try to relax. Very nice. Speaking of wives, I got to call mine back. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'll be playing all weekend because the house is empty and the only other person here likes Magic too. So I'll be playing way too much. But anyway, and I'll be eavesdropping on the tournament. Thank you again, La Conquista, for that. And we'll see you guys next week on PauperRBust. Till then, let's go out on a Zodiac, shall we? Woo!
Attention Propaganda Nights! Show your love of all things Papa with our Ultra Deluxe Playmats. And true to our Papa roots, the glorious artwork is 100% free.
Trying to give these guys everything they can get. I mean, that's it.
Just send an email to propaganda@gmail.com with the subject 1, 2, or 3, and we'll send you the playmat file for free.
I gotta read it again because my mind is just a piece of shit this morning.
Just visit yourplaymat.com. Custom sleeves available too. Use code PROPAGANDA10YP.